All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones to learn this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, "We Have to Go Through the Bad in Order to Appreciate the Good." All right. It's going to be entitled, "We Have to Go Through the Bad in Order to Appreciate the Good." Now I got inspired to do this lesson because of a video that Apostle Gabar did a while ago. And he was mentioning, I believe, High Priest Arayamlab. And he was saying that in order for us to really appreciate the kingdom, we have to go through these captivities. And whenever I hear him speak about that, I always think about that one scripture that comes to mind where it tells you that in order for you to be a perfect God, you have to know good and evil. All right? You have to know good and evil. And so the best way to really experience evil is to go through it, or know about evil is to go through it. All right? Because, you know, you have that saying in the world where they be like, when you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you become rotten, you become spoiled, you become proud, and you just expect everybody just to give you everything, and you don't appreciate anything that you have because you already have it. And the best example of that is Esau. All right. Esau was given the earth. All right. So he was born into riches, and look at how he's treating the earth. Look how he's treating the people. Look how the animals are maneuvering. You know, the air, the water, the food, the plants, trees, all of that, man. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. And then when you just look at them as a people, they're the most stuck up and proud people on this earth, man. As soon as you walk upon them, you just see the instant pride in their eyes. They just think that they can't be touched. They always want to express themselves with the knowledge that they have. And you know, you have that thing in the world, they be like, nobody likes a know-it-all, right? Esau will literally get in your face and talk to you about everything that he knows, and then he'll make you feel bad about it if you don't know it. You know, instead of just, you know, teaching or helping people learn about whatever subject that he's talking about, he'll make you feel bad about it because he knows it. All right? And there's I know a lot of people that's like that, man. And the reason they like that is because they were born with that silver spoon in their mouth. They were able to go through the school system and be able to go to the best schools, get the best treatment from doctors, so forth and so on, man. They were able to live it up. They didn't go through anything, man. And it's been like that for a long time. So right now they're just experiencing their good, even though that they're the wicked, man, and they do nothing but evil. But at the same time, you know, like I said, that's what they're going through. But in order for us to appreciate the kingdom, we got to go through these captivities now, man, because every day when we wake up vexed. And you can read about vexation in the book of Ecclesiastes. I always say it. You know, that's one of my favorite books to read. All right. If you want to read about vexation, read the book of Ecclesiastes. It tells you that no matter what, you know, we're given on this side, it will never be enough to bring us happiness. You can have all the women. You can have jewelry, cars, nice place to live. You can be able to afford groceries or whatever, just wake up without having really any type of worries, and you still won't find happiness just because we live in this wicked society. We just can't find it, man. All right. So in order for us to appreciate the kingdom, we got to go through these captivities, and that's going to make us better judges as well, because that's like we always say, we're preparing ourselves with this ruler class mentality, because if we are part of the elect, all right, we're going to be the governing body right alongside Yahushua. So in order for us to rule the earth, we have to know evil and good, just like the Most High does in Yahushua. All right, the Most High maneuvers on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. He's just not a power that does good things only. All right, he operates on both sides. He creates evil, he creates good. He makes things alive, he makes people perish. He does it all. All right. So in order for us to really get into the kingdom, be like, finally, we got to go through this, because if you think about it, you know, these captivities may seem long, but at the end of the day, when we get into the kingdom, that's forever. That's going to be forever. And we already know that we at the end of this captivity because of the signs that's been given to us. All right. So we get into the kingdom. Yeah, it's going to be a big ass relief. We're going to have a big ass sigh. We're going to be like, oh, finally, we here. You know, because of everything that we had to go through on this side, especially with Jacob's trouble. All right. And that's what we're preparing ourselves for right now. We're bracing ourselves for shit to hit the fan. Because any one of these days, it's getting ready to go down, man. They talking about hospitals getting ready to close in the future because everything comes from China. You know, these hospitals won't be able to get the supplies that they need. Nurses and doctors going to start getting laid off. And you already know these police officers not going to do anything when shit hits the fan either. All right. And then, of course, inflation is going to keep rising. These tariffs are going to keep hitting. And sooner or later, it's going to get bad to the point where they can't do anything but crash this society, man. And as soon as that happens, that's when all hell breaks loose. And you already know what the scriptures say. The ones that endure to the end are the only ones that's going to be saved, man. That's it. That's it. So we're bracing ourselves for this destruction. And literally, when those chariots show up and they start beaming people up, and Lord willing, we one of them, that's going to be another one to be like, we did it. We endured it to the end, and we're going to appreciate that moment, man, because we realize that we put in the work to actually be worthy enough to get on that chariot. We endured it to the end. We're going to appreciate that, man. We're not just going to be like, oh, a chariot showed up and we just feel lucky. You know, the scriptures say make your calling and your election sure. So every single day we doing what we're supposed to do so we can make sure that we get beamed up. Once we get beamed up, it's going to feel different for us because we're going to be like, we put in enough work to the point where the Lord felt like we were worthy enough to get up out of here by his grace, by his power, man. That's going to feel even better because you accomplished something. All right. So yeah, we're going to endure. We're going to go through this evil, experience this wickedness. So when we get into the kingdom, we can appreciate it. And we're going to love it. We're going to love it, man. Because once we're actually there, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So just keep enduring, man. Keep enduring and learn from your experiences, all right? Learn from your experiences so then that way you can grow as a person in this truth and become more spiritual and good for the Lord. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazat, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.